Hi there. Welcome back to the Elevated Experience Camping YouTube channel. My name is Trevor, and this is Carmen. She's the owner-operator of Elevated Experience Camping out at Willie West. And today we're just going to be talking about what you guys can expect as you come to the campground. So what kinds of things you'll be experiencing there, what you'll see, how you get in there, and then what fun things that you can take part in while you're there. Okay, so Carmen, we know that the campsite is just outside of Drayton Valley. If you're not from Alberta, Drayton Valley is towards the west of Edmonton, and just kind of getting closer to the mountains, right? In that area. And it's a beautiful area of Brazeau County, lots of trees. The North Saskatchewan River flows through there. So coming to the campground, starting from the road in, what's it like?
Yeah, so one of the exciting things that we have is we're deep in a valley. So once you come into the campground, you are automatically going to go down a kind of a steep hill, but you get to see the beautiful surroundings around you. You see it almost like a small mountain like across the way. You see the beautiful trees, the river. So it's just a beautiful, breathtaking sight just as you're driving in. You have two options when you come in for reservation. You can check in online 24 hours before you're set to come to the campground. And that can just be done online on your camp spot. Or you can check in at the office. Both are acceptable, and we encourage both of them. If you come into the office, we have a small store that has lots of goodies, both fun games, camping journals, different kind of fun mugs, as well as those kind of things that you might have forgot. You know, your staple items, condiments, ketchup, mustard, eggs, all those things that you thought you packed and did not. Across the way, if you have the kids or anybody that was in your vehicle and they're dying to get out while you're checking in, you can send them over to the candy and ice cream parlor. We have 16 different varieties of hard ice cream. We have 2 varieties of slushes, and then a wide variety of candy that we change quite often. So it's not the same candy over and over. So if you have multiple stays with us, there will be always new product in the ice cream parlor and candy shop. Upon coming in too, you do not have to bring your own water. So I know gas prices are high, so you can fill up at Wiley West. We have 2 water stations. It's non-potable water. But again, it's good for cooking and brushing your teeth and all that kind of stuff. We just don't recommend that you drink it directly. But again, if you winterize your trailer, you're not supposed to drink it anyways because of the antifreeze that could potentially still be in your lines. So those are free too. Water is at no cost to the camper when you come into Wiley West. Then you head to your spot, get yourself set up. If you're not comfortable backing up your trailer, we do actually have pylons that we can lend you to help sort of guide you in. Sometimes I've known couples, sometimes backing up is not their favorite job to do together. So this can alleviate some stress right off the get-go.
There you go.
Yes. And if it's really difficult to you, there's usually a staff member on hand that can help navigate that as well. We're pretty savvy in that area at this point.
All right.
Once you're parked in, again, you can order your firewood or get your ice. We do deliver that directly to your site. And so you have 3 options of doing that. You can text us, you can phone us directly, or you can come up to the office, whichever you prefer. We'll take all forms and we will have that out to your campsite within the hour. That is sort of our guarantee. And then it's really exploring. We have lots of trails around the campground. This year we had 13 sasquatches hidden in the trail system last year. We'll be up to 20 this year. You can come to the office and get a free bird bingo. And basically that's a bingo sheet that has all the different types of birds that are in the campground. And once you fill that out, you can bring it back to the office for a prize. We do have community gardens, so you're welcome to take any of the vegetables out of the gardens. We also have herb gardens as well. So again, if you're cooking, I know for me, when I cook potatoes at the campground, I like to add some fresh herbs and stuff. So that is also free to the camper. We have a beautiful park, an accessible park that we just put in last year in 2024. So we're very excited about that. It's brand new to the campground. And then there's lots of seating at the day use area. So we have some seating there, and we are adding additional seating this year.
Nice.
If you're looking for some activities to do in your campsite, we have a lot of large game rentals. We also have increased the fleet of that. And those, again, game rentals, if you want, we will deliver those right to your site. And the beauty about any rentals at Wiley West, they're all for the entire day.
Okay.
If you're looking to have some exercise and explore a little differently, we do have both pedal carts. We have single ones and dual chopper ones, as well as this year we will have e-scooters available for campers. And again, those are a daily rental. So you have them all day. The expectation is just to have it back to the office within a half hour before closing.
Okay.
And then for those rainy days and not so rainy days, we do have board game rentals too. And the beautiful thing about our board game rentals is they're interchangeable. So during the day, you can interchange the games at the board games as many times as you want. And this year we also have metal detectors. So you can explore the riverbank or the park or even the trail system and see what kind of treasures you may find. And that's just some of the things we have going for this year.
Nice. And so when people come there, like sometimes, people will have a tent trailer, some people will have a motorhome, some will have, other types of, trailers, maybe a gooseneck type of trailer that they've got there, or tenting. Some other things that you've got going on there, you have your small cabins, right? What else should people know if you're coming in, you want to rent one of those small cabins? Yeah.
So we have two sizes of cabins. We have the small ones, which are, they have a queen size bed in them. And you can do an additional cot that we do rent out. And then the larger cabins sleep 5. What you can expect in those is they're pretty much set up in the inside with the exception of a washroom, like a hotel. So it's a hotel type mattress that is in there, queen size in all of them. And then you have a kitchen area that has a microwave, a coffee maker, a toaster, a mini fridge. You have your cooking where we supply the barbecues on site. You can bring your own propane or you can rent it from us. It has seating and a picnic table on site. All your bedding is included. So pretty much you just need to bring your food, your dishware, pillows. We do not supply pillows, and you're good to go in those sites. So they're very lovely, and they're insulated as well. So they do stay both cooler in the summer because they're insulated, and they don't get as cold when it gets to those cooler nights because they're insulated. So it's kind of dual purpose in those. And then we have a rustic bell tent in the campground. So if you're looking for that good night's sleep in a hotel-like bed, but you're still looking for that rustic outdoors tenting experience, we do have one of those.
Is it like a yurt?
No, it's like a bell tent. So it's kind of between a tent and a yurt.
Okay.
So we do have one of those. And then we also have an RV rental in the campground. So the RV rental also sleeps 5. And really, it's an RV that the difference really between the glamping sites and the RV rental is there is a washroom in the RV.
Gotcha. Okay. And it's meant for small groups of people, 5, like a family, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we always like to encourage that, especially in the RV rental, that it isn't a public washroom in that RV. So it's only for the individuals that are on the reservation.
Yeah. And, because it's happened before that, a lot of people just start using it. If you've invited a large group out to spend the day with you out at the campground, and people have just used it as like it's a public washroom, and it gets filled up really fast. It's not meant to have that kind of capacity. So there is bathrooms on site that is for guests to the campsite, and it's managed, of course, cleaned by you guys and managed by you guys, but it does belong to Alberta Parks. So that is something that you guys should be prepared for. But yeah, come to Willie West Elevated Experience Camping brand out there and have a good time. come out, do some camping. And, we want to encourage people coming out, not just for the weekends. Weekends are great, but also doing weekday camping. Why? It's a little bit quieter. You have more access to things out there. And, it's just a wonderful thing to do if you have some extra time. And they're working towards trying to get some type of access where people, if they do have to work, they can jump into town and use a workstation, then jump back out to the campsite. So that's something that's new.
Yeah. And also, if you're able to work from home or in your camper per se, most cell phone providers, if you hotspot off your phone, you can get Wi-Fi in the campground quite easily. I do it all the time with my service provider. So that is always an option if you're kind of looking to enjoy some beautiful weather during the week and you don't actually have to go into the office. We can also support that in the campground.
Awesome. There we go. So that's all the time we've got for today. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode. We'll catch you on the next one.